Tracey, I'm excited about today's real time because this is a gel rebalance.
Yep.
Comes very highly requested. All right, Trace, so gel rebalance. This is a request that came in through Instagram. What is the difference between this, doing with gel and acrylic?
Different product.
Okay.
That's it.
Just acrylic versus gel.
Yep. So basically, when someone comes in for a rebalance, we're kind of re-establishing the structure.
Right.
So where it's thin in the cuticle area, that's kind of grown out to the middle where we need it stronger and a little thicker.
Correct.
That thicker part has grown out towards the tip.
Okay.
So it's a little heavy. I call it weight displacement.
Right.
So structurally, we have to rebalance everything.
Right, of course. That way the nails are going to be, the weight's going to be in the right place.
Yeah, otherwise they're going to be top heavy,
Right.
and they're probably going to snap it.
Probably crack. Okay, and tell us what you're going to do here. You're going to do like how are you going to refresh the nails?
So she has right now a grown out glitter smile line.
Right.
I think it's like a turquoise. We're just going to add some glitter. We're going to just glitter fade it up, do something a little different, and then structurally give her that strength that she needs.
Perfect. How long is this going to take you?
I would book an hour for this, just because we're have to restructure everything. It shouldn't take an hour, but
I can't wait to see. I can't wait to see. I always can't wait to see. You ready to go?
Yes.
Let's do it.
Okay. Okay, let's start by pushing those cuticles back, see what we got going on here. She's got an interesting smile line going on at this point. How's your week, Steph?
Oh, just lovely.
Yeah? So, I guess we probably should explain a little bit more about what the difference is in a fill and a rebalance, because we do get that question a lot. Switch out. Now, I'm going to actually use my coarse bit first to kind of take down, because we're going to do a fade, so I'm going to bring down that center part of her bulk so we can have room to put that product. But basically, when someone comes in for a fill, it's about 2 to 3 weeks typically after they have their first appointment. And then 2 to 3 weeks after that, they're kind of really off balance. And we kind of have to go in there and bulk things back up, cut new smile lines in if they want that, change it out. And that's going to take a little bit more time. So for a typical fill, I book 30 minutes. For something like this, I book an hour, just because I'm getting kind of older and I don't know. I don't want to stress myself completely out. Maybe I'll get to eat or use the restroom or something. But that is really kind of just the difference between a rebalance. And I like calling it a rebalance because it just sounds kind of worth money. So I like that term. Do we have any questions? Anything going on that we need to address?
I think maybe just like we could even kind of show what you mean rebalance, like that the smile line's down here.
So without stopping. So your smile line's not where it should be. And then you're definitely thinner in that middle area, which I'm going to skip your thumb altogether. I've done that before to client. I had one client, I skipped her thumb every time I did her. I don't know what I had against her thumbs. So yeah, so the smile line's kind of not where it's supposed to be. It's starting to look pretty funky. Did you ever have clients come in and ask you to put their smile line like way back?
Yes.
I had clients that do that. They come in, they're like, I want it way back. I'm like, why? And they're like, I want it to look good in 2 weeks. I'm like, I want it to look good when it walks out the door.
Right.
I don't really want to worry about what it's going to look like in 2 weeks. We can fix it.
That's why you're coming in 2
That's
weeks.
why you're coming in to see me. So we're just going, and I got the electrophile kind of halfway up, about 15,000 RPMs. This is as high as I ever really get, even when I'm doing a smile line. It's as fast as I get. There's no need, if you're working with an e-file that has the feature where it doesn't bog down when you're using it, you just don't need to go high. Got a new bit today, and I'm loving it. I always used to, because a lot of people say, you say to change your bits like When I work with acrylic, I really do change them out about once a week, maybe every 2 weeks, when I had a full-time clientele. But what's cool about it is you can downgrade it to the gel. Gel files so much easier than an acrylic. So then you can just kind of step it down and you get more use out of it. Just a little tip and trick. What else we got?
So this would be my second appointment with these nails, right?
Yep. So first one we just did a basic fill in theory. And then the next one we can kind of change it up. Even with the basic fill, if they wanted like a couple nails done with gel polish or a glitter press over it, you can change them up really quick in that 30 minutes. But this, as you can see, it's a little more work because we're going to be fading stuff up into it. So I have to take that bulk down in the center, really get it ready for that.
The design that we've came up with, is that something you would have discussed with your client before? Or if they...
Ooh, there's the bug that the boys were freaking out about.
Gio, come get the bug.
We guys, they literally are like hiding from this bug right now. It's harmless, it'll be fine. So now we have to do that fill part, and I forgot what we're talking about because the bug totally distracted me. We're just taking care of your cuticle, make sure it's nice and clean. Where's the bug now?
Babe's like great white huntering it right now. I think he got it.
Is he gonna slap me?
Yeah. He's like, oh, there's the bug. It's on Tracey's head. That's real time.
Did you kill it?
I think he might have got it, yeah.
You got it? Got it, bro. Oh, nice.
Our hero.
Yeah.
I think I might have done your thumb, but I'm gonna go back through just in case because I was distracted.
So what if you had a client return with crazy cuticles?
Oh, the cuticle issue. Guys, it can happen like when you have a client that's brand new. But after that, you're really maintaining their I've seen you several thousand times, you know. I maintain your cuticle. It's really not going to get out of control within a 2-week period, or 2 to 3 weeks, even a month. If you didn't come see me for 6 weeks, your cuticles are not going to go ballistic on me. Right. They just don't grow that fast. So once we have them down, you're really kind of good to go. But I mean, we see it every once in a while, but nothing that a good cuticle push won't take care of, and a good electrophile bit, that medium crosscut bit that I love so much. Now I have had people ask like, well, could I just put a cuticle remover on it? And unless that was severe, and I've honestly, in my whole career, have never seen anyone that severe, but that was a necessity. I wouldn't want to put something like that on them or soak them in water before doing an artificial service. You're really kind of opening yourself up to lifting issues. So, but to each his own. Do what you want.
What would you do if I wanted the blue gone?
We would literally, depends. So if you wanted it gone, but you were doing like a similar glitter color or maybe even purple or something, and it didn't bother you to have that blue glitter underneath the warehouse, I would just cut in your smile line and add a different color. Now, let's say you're like, no, I don't want that glitter underneath. I want to go translucent. I want to go pink and white, whatever it is. I'm literally going to take toenail clippers and snap everything off. And it's pretty much a full set almost. Right. You don't have to remove everything from the body, but you are going to have to do some, snapping off and reforming, which is another thing. Like if you had ski slope nails, and I think someone asked one time, like, what is that? And that's when their nail literally like points up. So
like a little ski jump.
And putting nails on them can help, especially an acrylic can really help kind of train the nail, but you're not God. You're not literally not going to be able to fix their problem. So every once in a while you're going to have to kind of snap them off and start over so that that nail starts pointing down. We have our second light today.
So what gel are you using right now?
I am using base, and we're just pushing it into that cuticle area and pulling it forward a little bit. And I'm pulling it forward a little bit more than I normally would because I'm going to use that for the glitter that I'm about to put down.
Okay.
So we're just going through real quick, and I'm not getting carried away. I'm really just making sure everything's nice and covered.
When you apply base, are you floating it or brushing it in?
Pushing it in to the nail bed. It's not a floating. You don't want to float it. You don't want to put a lot on because that will heat up on them. It's just a nice thin layer. Now this, the pink, I'm just going to take a little bit and fill your back area in because you have a pink base. So we know that that's not going to look funky. You're not going to have like a clear line there. We want to make sure we fill it with the pink. And we're just putting a little bit in. It's really not much area that we have to do. Again, the main thing that we're going to be doing is restructuring the top part. Because you did come in 2 weeks ago, you still are not that far grown out. It's just everything's kind of weight displaced.
The concealer gels are my favorite to work with. I like that.
I love it. I like it because, first of all, most people come to us because they have some form of issues with their nails and they don't really want to see their nails. So this is just kind of mass without being that, and no shade to anyone that likes it, that bubblegum pink. It's not my favorite. So this is just kind of nice, healthy nail bed look to me, which I really like. Okay, let's go in. Now, I was talking to Habib about this. Like, it just really depends on my mood, how I'm going to do things like this. And today, I don't feel like mixing the glitters into the gel. So we're just going to literally go loose glitter. And we're going to take a makeup brush and we're just going to tap it where we want it. Have a little fun with it. Play a little. Ooh, I like.
Very unicorny.
Oh, don't say that. You know how I feel about unicorns. I'm against it.
Do you think it would take you a lot of extra time on an appointment like this if you had to shorten or change shape?
I would still book an hour. It wouldn't be much time difference to me. Unless it was severely extreme, like, okay, it would still be an hour. Sometimes I try to talk myself into a longer set, but it really is just an hour. And I'm going to show you guys something right now. This nail does not have enough base on it, so I'm not getting that sticky that I'm looking for. So I'm literally going to just grab her finger, add some base there, finish out what I was doing. And I'm going to go all the way up. I don't want all the way. And the same. Oh, I just stuck my nails. I'm so not used to long nails right now. I'm going to grab a little more base and I'm going to put some down here. There we go. I'm going to have you put in light and move on to the next. So I always say that 99% of doing nails is knowing what you do when you make a mistake. I obviously did not put the base all the way up that I wanted. So I added more base, made it sticky, and then I can move on to the next nails and just keep going. Put a little base on it. It's going to take it 5 seconds to set up enough for me to get it sticky and ready to go. Pink in that one. And I don't want you guys to overthink. Like, I'm literally just slapping this stuff on. And we tend to overthink it. Like, oh, we have to do the same amount of pink. We have to do the same amount of whatever. It literally does look like a unicorn. Doggone it. Why'd you say that? It was so against unicorns. I even had to do a unicorn challenge with Greg, and it was awful. But I went full out, man. Unicorn ladies, everything. Yeah. This one, same thing. We're just gonna grab a little base. I'm gonna put it down.
Are you worried about getting glitter in your brush?
No, I keep a separate brush. It's really a good idea. It saves yourself a lot of stress if you just keep spare tools. You know, one for your pink and whites, one for your just your pink. You know, the pink and white and the pink one can be all the same, and then also one for glitters. You will save yourself a lot of stress. I like it. Cool. And we'll keep these out. Just let me have that one. Which one was it? The pinky
And the ring.
and the ring. Okay, so maybe I do like unicorns. I don't know. We'll see. Now we're gonna grab our build. These to the side. Let's clean up a little bit. I can't handle all this going on. Get rid of that and grab our build. Now this is where we're going to worry about our structure, and I really look at the nail from the side view when I'm doing her nails, and that way I can get it on. We have the pink in the back. I don't have to float the clear all the way back there. I'm just looking at the structure, looking to cap that glitter and move on. Okay. Looks right. Now I'm having quite the day, so I don't know that I'm going to go all the way through and do all 5 fingers. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. It's totally up to you, but the beautiful thing about gel is even if I stop and have her go in the light just because I'm worried that it's going to run, because that's the kind of day I'm having, I'm going to be working on this hand, and I'm not losing any time. You're always in motion.
Can you over cure gel?
Yes, you can. However, it would take me a very long time to do so. I mean, you don't have that kind of time, and neither do I. By keeping their hands in the light while you're doing their service, you're not going to over cure them. You're just keeping them still, really. That way they don't get into different things and like their tissue or whatever they get into, and jack up your nails. So, but no, I would really have to try to over cure. So I'm looking at this from the side, and it just looks flat to me right here. It's kind of hard with gel, right? Like, because you can't really see, because it's clear, what's going on. So you just have to look at it from the side, and I look for the reflection in the light. I don't know. Do you have a trick, Steph?
The clear gels are hard. I think that's what part of the reason why the concealers were preference for me, because I could always see where I was putting them.
Yeah. So true. But this, you just get a feel for it, really. It's like clear acrylic. You can't necessarily really see that either. I guess you can before it really dries, but it's a feel. And I know a lot of people are afraid of the run, and I don't care if you just do one nail at a time. It doesn't matter, because you're continually working. You're just playing a bad game of the hokey pokey, as I call it. You're just going back and forth. So
I still do that currently. I'll do like a couple nails, put them in the light, switch to the other hand. I feel like time-wise, it's just as efficient, and I don't have to like stress.
Right. Why stress yourself out? You're not proving anything by by going all the way through 5. And there's days that it's like it's not a problem. Probably when it's colder, right? Because gel's kind of thicker when it's colder. But when it's warm, especially, oh my lord, it's like working with liquid. So.
Can you build with all gels?
Can you build?
Like right now you're using Build. Can you do this with Flex or Clear Sculpt or?
So that's a good question. Let's break down gels. Really, I think it's 4 categories I can break it into for you. Basically, you have base, which is your foundation. It's your first layer to your gel. It's what's gonna really, you don't really want to skip a base gel. I know there's a lot of people that are out there like, oh, I use a gel that I don't have base, and I'm like, yeah, I know people that skip base with young nails. I don't recommend it, because anything that gives me that added assurance that I'm not going to have any lifting, why would I take it out? And literally you can see how fast it is to put down. So I don't take that out. So there's your first, is base. It stands alone. It's in its own little category. It's good to go. Then you have your builders. Now your builders are everything, right? I'm going to redo your pinky for some reason. Your builders are your flex. We're going to go from thinnest to thickest. Flex, build pink. You have concealer pink. You have concealer peach. You have frosted pink. Actually, I think we discontinued frosted pink, so we don't have that anymore. And I think we discontinued frosted pink sculptor. And then you have, we discontinued absolute pink too. And just because they weren't very popular, concealer pink just really kind of took everything over. And then, so that's a category by itself. Those are all builders. You can use them. Oh, and clear sculptor. Those are all builders. You can build whatever you want with it. Usually clear sculptor I use for just, are we in there for 2 minutes? It only needs a 1 minute, but we'll make sure that we go ahead and just cure it out. You can do anything you want with it. It just depends how thick you want to work. It's all viscosity at that point. Color and viscosity. How thin goes thin to thickness. What do you need? Clear sculptor I use for sculpting out the free edge normally, because it's thick and I really can do 5 fingers at once. And then builders and things like that. Show. She turned her hand to the side and I can see that this is a little flat. So it's literally going to grab and add.
So you can add the gel after it's already cured?
I'm gonna do it, yes. Normally, typically, if you have problems, I'm adding it right in the center. I should not have any problems. If I was floating it all the way out, I typically would rough it back up. But again, speed technique, we're just filling that pothole that you had. Nothing's gonna chip from there. And we're gonna literally encase it in finished gel, so we're good to go. Going full. So again, we're wiping off that sticky, and then we'll go to our next category. Our next category is whites. You have snow and white sculptor, and those are what we get our ombres, our pink and whites, whatever you want to use those for. Still builders, but I kind of put them in their own little category. And then you have your finishing gels. Your finishing gels are going to be your finish gel, your stain resistant top coat, your conversion top coat, your manicure top coat. Any of those are your fourth and final, which is your finishing gels. Those are the 4 categories. So gels can seem like really complicated, but when you break it down like that, it's pretty simple. You can just, how do you want to work? And that's what I love about our gels. It used to be that you literally had to, back in the day, it was like one consistency for all gels, and I hated it. I hated working with them. Ugh, it was awful. So, whoops, knocking things over. So I'm sorry. Much happier with the fact that you get to work with whatever gel that you want to work with.
Is there such a thing as gel acrylic?
Gel acrylic. No, there really isn't. There's hybrid, like I mix gel with acrylic sometimes when I want certain colors, or I gotta move this, it's gonna be crazy. Or I'll encase things in gel, acrylic and gel, but a product that's actually both, how about we'll just say not that I'm aware of. We'll go with that. And if you notice something, comment. But typically, no. Let's go ahead and remove the sticky off this. Oh, your thumb. I removed it off of everything but your thumb. Good thing I remembered. Okay. So now we're just taking that coarse safety bit and thinning it in. What's cool about the coarse bit is it goes through the gel very nicely, but you just don't want to put the same kind of pressure you would behind an acrylic, and that's where I really messed up with gels a lot before, is I put that same kind of pressure down that I was acrylic, and I didn't understand why I kept on going through like my pink and whites and things like that, and it was because it was just too much pressure. What else you got for me? I still got my glitter toes.
Yeah.
If you guys haven't seen it, you got to check out the glitter toe demo. If you haven't started incorporating rock star toes into your life, into your services, you got to do it. It's so cool.
We'll do a redo video after you've got to wear those for a while.
Yeah, that way it's removal and application.
And you guys make sure to comment in all the video or in the comments on the videos if there's certain things you want to see done.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, because we want to kind of show you guys just like this. This was, I believe, someone's request.
Yes.
So we definitely want to give you guys what you're looking for. And then I don't even know if I'm supposed to say something, but we got something really cool coming for you guys. Should be like next week that you'll start to see stuff about it. Something that's really going to speed up your guys' time, especially when it comes to gel. And oh, I can't wait. It's been quite a while. Am I supposed to be saying something, Habib? Am I in trouble?
Not listening.
So not listening to me. Let's shorten this one. Super excited about it, and even it's something that you tried, right? And you weren't even sure of when you first tried it.
Yep.
But it took off some time off your time too.
Yes.
So I'm super stoked about it. So look for it. Watch our IG. Look for it here, Facebook. I'm gonna be giving you guys a sneak peek, and I think we're doing a contest too. So. Habib's not paying attention, so we're going to do a contest too.
Making up our own rules.
Yeah, we're
on Twitter.
You're on Twitter?
Yes.
Very busy over there.
He's very busy. He's pretending like he's working. I feel like these need yellow in there. I don't know why.
Yellow?
Yeah, I feel like I'm missing a glitter, but I'm going to show you how you can solve that problem.
Go ahead.
Sorry.
What grit file are you using?
I'm using that 150 file, and we're just, it's my favorite. It's what I use for everything. Hopefully, you guys, I'm hopefully not blocking the camera right now.
Oh, it's actually a good angle.
The 150 file is just my best friend in the whole world. That's what I use. What's your favorite?
For gel, definitely the 150.
What about acrylic?
Well, I'm a little crazy, and I like 100.
Really?
Yeah, I like
I
really.
don't know if we can be friends anymore.
I just like really coarse files and sharp.
That's interesting. I did not know that. You learn something new every day. I'm going to show you guys a little tip and trick. So she has what I call a little pot hole right here in her nail. You probably can't see it right now, but she does. So I'm going to dust her off. I'm going to take my finish gel. I'm going to fill the pothole. Go ahead and stick it in the light. And then we're going to move on. Again, it's all about knowing what to do when you make a mistake. Like a Dairy Queen. So that is just a quick little fix. Yeah, I definitely feel like I'm missing yellow in this. We might have to remain. Yeah, we're gonna fix that. And that's just kind of life too, right? Like you're moving on and you're like, I want to add more. And then you talk your client into it. You're like, I know it's $5 more, but oh, you know what? It's okay. You know what? It's fine. You don't need it. But oh, it would look so much better. And then I go, okay, it's $5. It's not a big deal.
Just $5.
It's just $5. Now, what I don't say is you don't have to pay for it. It's totally up to them, you know. we agreed on this, and I'm perfectly fine with doing that. But when you really feel strongly about something that will really make their nails pop, why not?
Well, and it's kind of your name too.
It's so true.
So when they're like, yeah, it's your client's request, but that's my work that's out there.
Yep, that is very true. Like, it's your name on it, and you don't want them walking around. And that's what I used to tell my clients because again, I'm not the process is not pretty when you come to me. And my clients at first would be like, I don't know. Like, listen, I'm not going to have you walking around looking like a fool because my name is on it. And you're going to tell people I did those nails. So I'm going to make sure. This one need a little more filing. I should use my e-file a little bit more. I'm going to make sure you look halfway decent. Or a little more than halfway decent. So again, we're just shaping you out. Go and pull that hand out. Do what I want, pinky. Helps if you talk to nails. Totally talk to them all the time. Always looking down the client's point of view. This is where you're really going to see your mistakes or anything that's off that needs to be fixed. This is where you're going to catch it. Okay. Oh, pinky, why do you hate? There's always one nail. Usually your middle fingers hate me.
Yeah.
Like, your pinky's like, no, it's me.
Today it's been the pinky.
It's pinky. Pinky day. Okay, let's see. Okay. Totally got confused about where I was. Oh, that is way longer. Nope, we're good there. We're good there. Good there. Which one did I say was way longer? This one. Thank you. So, also guys, while I'm doing this, there's a cool little trick. If you hold your file straight, you're gonna get square. If you slightly tilt it, you're gonna get swivel. If you hold it flat, you're gonna get round. So much easier when I learned that trick. Saved my life. Not literally, but it felt like it saved my life. Let's compare. Ah, much better. So that finish we put on there, we filled her pothole.
What causes bubbles?
Dairy Queen in it. It's when you bunny hop, or like if I swirl and I'm swirling too much, you're just adding air into the product, and you can get those bubbles. Okay, let's remove this, and let's dust you off, and then let's figure out which yellow I'm feeling, because I have to. So I was going to use finish on you because I love the one and done aspect of finish, but since I want to add a little yellow, we'll make it our stain resistant. And we're going to put that on. Oh, it is pretty though. But I'm feeling like you need a little prominence in there. What do you think?
It'd be very pretty.
I think so. It's only the extra $5. Don't worry about it. I'll take it out of your paycheck.
Yeah.
Not that I have access to that. I'll tell Young.
Like I have a choice.
I'll talk to Young. Young, Stephanie owes me an extra $5.
Just letting you know.
Do we have any other questions you've seen lately?
I feel like with this set, just like the decision of the design, because it has been kind of a collective decision, and some people have questions like how do they get their clients to come to a decision, and I think this is a kind of a good example of how it really goes in salon.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I was feeling like this. Okay, well, why don't we add some yellow too? It's a conversation while we're working.
Right. It's a kind of a work in progress. They have an idea. They saw something on your IG or whatever it is, and then as you're working, you kind of get a feel for it. I would say, like you really start going, I need this in my life. Ooh, maybe it's sunset. I don't know.
I think sunset might be a more vibrant one.
I think so. I think I'm feeling that. Okay, so go ahead and pull it out. So now she has that sticky layer. And yes, you could have done this with the other colors too, but I kind of like the dimension part. And this is even going to give it more dimension by the fact that we're putting the prominence on top of this. It's going to make it, oh yeah. Dang, we're good. Aviev's cracking up. I like it when a plan comes together. Like, it makes me feel good.
Yeah.
It would have sucked if
$5 more.
And I got $5 more for it. It would have really sucked if I was like, oh,
yeah,
well, that was a bad idea.
I made a mistake.
Sorry about that. You now have caca nails.
That you can have for 4 weeks.
And you paid me for. Now, I have had clients, I'm going to be open. I had clients that were like, hey, I want you to do these colors. And you're just like, no. Those colors are not going to, nope, that's the colors I want. It's this, whatever. Okay. But I really made it clear to my clients, like, listen, I don't think that's going to look good. Once I put it on, it's yours. You're paying for it, and you are going to wear it. And I won't have time to fix it. So you really have to be okay with this decision of going with baby poo green and whatever, you know, because they think, oh, I got to match graduation colors or what.
Yeah.
No, you don't. No, you don't. You don't have to.
So what would be the case if I just hated this as your client and was like, oh my God, we made a mistake? What would you do?
When you come back in a couple weeks, I'll go ahead and take care of that for you. If it was a collective decision, like if I forced something on you and you were like, really, Tracey, I don't like that. I would probably at this point say, you know what, Steph, let's do this. I booked you an hour, and I'll just manicure over the top of it. But I haven't ever had that situation. Have you?
Once. Yeah. There was one time that we just, at the end of it, she didn't want it, and I think I was pretty new at the time too. So
yeah, I think probably when I was new, that probably happened. Yeah.
So I just told her, you know, well, I have somebody coming in after you, and I think she had to go back to work. So we just decided to have her come in at the end of the day, and you know, zip it off and put something new on top. And I think especially when you're new, you kind of have to do that. You have to, you know,
roll with the punches.
And you really, I want my customer to be happy.
Yeah.
You know, so I was like, well, you're right. So
normally glitter makes everything better.
right, exactly. If you learn that,
Yeah,
so you're like, let's just put glitter on top of it.
Glitter fixes everything. So, but yeah, I mean, it can happen. And if it's on you, own up to it.
Yeah. 100%.
Don't try to put it off on the client. If it's them, they get to own up to it.
Yeah, like you said, if they were pushing a design, you're like, I don't think so, but we'll do it.
It's like the girl that wants her hair chopped off, and you're like, you're not going to like that. You're not going to like that. And they insist. Now, if you chop her hair off when she didn't want it, then you're going to run into problems. I'm so happy. Your nails make me happy. I needed that for the end of Friday.
Good end cap to the week.
Yeah. Okay. We were low on this oil. Like, you wouldn't even think that we had like probably 50 cases of it in the back of the warehouse because we're sucking dry on this one. Okay, you're done.
Beautiful. Thank you.
We've got this set of nails completed, Tracey.
It's aggressive.
It's very aggressive. The reason why it's aggressive is because you finished in 37 minutes and 11 seconds.
Yeah.
Totally blown away. What do you say to the people that do comment like, you're rushing, I don't want you to rush my clients, like you look like you're rushing? are you rushing? Do you feel like you're rushing when you do it in 37 minutes? Like this whole rebalance you just did? Do you feel like that?
I think you have to know me. You know
Yeah,
me. And
I
that
do know
literally
you.
is how I function. Like,
Yeah.
that's just me. And I feel like I'm still talking. I feel like I'm still, being part of it. I'm still knocking things over. Again, in salon, it's a little easier. Things are where I want it to be. It's a little more organized the way I want it. I'm not
Yeah.
having to worry. I'm not getting into the nail as close as I want to.
Right.
'Cause then they wouldn't be able to see. So
Right.
like, even in salon, it would, I promise, be the same amount of time.
Same thing.
Maybe less because I'm in my own comfort zone.
Yeah, this is why I love that series, because it is an example of what you should strive for in the salon if you want to make money. Great set of nails, Tracey.
Thank you.
We'll see you next week on Real Time.
His burning lust for revenge pushed him to and beyond the limit where normal men would fall.